Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the London Black Knights and the Oklahoma City Lancers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the London Black Knights and the Oklahoma City Lancers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 6-yard line.
On first down, Presley. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Off play action. Langford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film. Take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder. because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happened. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
60 out long.
Second and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is he going to bring linebackers, secondary? This will be fun to check out.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time race.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose. Do what you do best. Go get the quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready, go. Ready.
Now a give, right side. Presley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Off the play fake. Langford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Wright's got it. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They bring their punter out there now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. On first down, Langford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw. Langford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run on first down. It's Newman, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Langford. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the set. Mike, 54. I got him. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
He's on the line at the 11-yard line. 8 yards on the snap.
Looking to throw. Langford. His pass caught at the 4. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
53. Check 53. Let's go. Get it. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Go now. It's 70, Indy. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
30 base. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be caught at about the 6.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll look to throw.
One thing should hold.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on second and a couple. 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Davidson. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Back to throw. Langford, throw left side, complete. It's Newman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens squaring off with the Oakland Raiders.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here are our visitors to take over on offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see. And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And what a big-time play there. 57 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wood. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
60 or. Ready?
On first down, Presley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Presley, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Langford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Langford looking left side, and he's got a man. It's done. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready? 50, plant.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Newman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on second down. Langford. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Now this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A gain of 4 yards.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
On second down now, it's Morris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Complete to Wright. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Langford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Langford going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of 1. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Caldwell. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
50 seconds to Mike. Man, that's trash.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go! Let's go!
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Black Knights.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll drop to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All told, they get 13 yards on that play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalposts, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
There he goes right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
An extra point forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now Las Vegas down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this fourth quarter.
50 seconds to mine. Nice, win up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Hauled in here, Caldwell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Again, he'll drop the throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season